Welcome back, everyone. Today, I'll be showing you 5 of the greatest brilliancies and combinations that you've probably never seen before. Quickly before we start, chess beauty is subjective, so if you think certain moves should have been placed higher on this list, or you think I've left out some moves, then let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll make a part 2. But jumping into game number 5, we have a game played in 1920 between Edwin Adams and Carlos Repetto. Black just played bishop f6, and now it's white to play. If you want to challenge yourself, you can always pause between the moves to try and see if you can figure it out for yourself. After bishop f6, white played a brilliant move. In this position, white played the lovely queen g4, trying to deflect the black queen in order to land a back-rank checkmate. Okay, but what makes this brilliant move so great? The reason is that black responded with queen b5, not taking the queen. And what did white do in this position? He sacrificed the queen again. After queen c4, black still cannot take due to rook takes e8 with a back-rank mate. And after black retreated his queen back to d7. That's right, you guessed it. White sacrificed his queen again, with queen c7. Still the queen cannot be taken. Every move the queen gets closer to the black army, whilst the black pieces start running out of squares. Black now moves the queen to b5, and white follows up with another brilliancy with a4, sacrificing the pawn and attacking the queen. This move is actually very important. The queen must remain on this diagonal to protect the rook. So after queen takes, white can follow up with the brilliant rook e4. Now the white rook and queen are hanging, but still none can be taken. The queen has to retreat to b5, and now we see that the queen is running out of squares on the diagonal. So in this position, white lands one more blow with the brilliant queen takes b7. Black now has to either lose his queen or move it off the diagonal and then get checkmated. I hope you thought number 5 was amazing, because now we're moving on to number 4. We have Meyer versus Muller from 1994, and black has just played queen d8. You can pause the video if you want to take a guess as to what white played. In this position, Stockfish recommends bishop d5 with a forced mate in 7. But white didn't want to settle for just the best move. White instead shocked everyone with the brilliant queen c7, an almost impossible move that still wins the game. The idea is that if you take with the queen, you get back-rank checkmated. If you take with the c-rook, you also get back-rank checkmated. And if you take with the d-rook, then after rook e8 check, queen takes e8, rook takes e8 check, rook takes e8, and bishop d5 check, your king is getting checkmated. If you've made it this far into the video and are liking the content, then I do appreciate you. And you can make 2 brilliant moves too. You've just got to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm waiting. Make the 2 brilliant moves before you flag. Anyway, game number 3. It's 1987, and Yevgeny Vladimirov is playing against Vladimir Epeshin. In this position, black just played queen takes b3, and any normal person would just take back the queen. But this video is not about normal moves. You can pause to try and guess what white played in this position. Instead of recapturing the queen, white played the brilliant bishop h6, setting up various checkmating ideas on the black king. If this is ignored, then rook g8 double check, king takes f7, and rook g7 will be mate, and if rook takes bishop, then the same thing. So in this position, black played knight g4, trying to intercept the rooks, and white responded with rook h7 check. Knight takes h6, rook takes h8 check, king takes f7, and rook h7 check. Here black resigned. The idea is that wherever the king goes, white will now recapture the queen and will then win one of black's minor pieces. Now number 2 on the list is a fascinating endgame position where black sacrifices everything to queen his pawn. In this position, white just played knight a4, so you can pause to figure out what black played in this position. In this position, black sacrificed the rook with the brilliant rook takes b2. If white ignores, then black will just win the pawns, so white takes the rook. Now comes c3, with the threat of c2 and c1. If white tries to move the knight, then after c4 attacking the knight with a discovered check, the pawns will queen. This is why white counter-sacrificed with rook takes b6. Now black plays another brilliancy with c4, restricting the knight and threatening c2 and c1. White now plays the clever rook b4 so that if you push, white will stop the pawn, and if you take the knight, the pawn will die. So black uncorks a5, attacking the rook and forcing it to make a decision. If the rook takes on c4, then black takes the knight. And if the rook stays on the b file, then black plays c2. Here white plays knight takes c4, and after c2 the pawn is queening. Now moving on to the number 1 spot featuring almost every brilliant chess concept you can imagine. It's Nihua versus Liu Quangliam from 2012 with black to play and win. You can pause to try and figure out this combination for yourself. Black starts us off with bishop a3 check and king takes b3. Nothing too complicated yet. But then, black plays the brilliant a1. Not queen, but knight, with a check. White then recaptures with the rook. Now black uncorks the queen sacrifice with the crazy queen takes b6 check. Bishop takes b6 and now knight d4 check. White plays king c3, and then black sacrifices the rook with check. Rook takes c4. After king takes c4, black plays rook c8 check, bishop c7, and then rook takes c7 with a lovely checkmate. If you want to further improve your chess, check out this video. It will contain training plans, the skills you need to improve, and will explain to you exactly what you need to do to get better based on your skill level. Otherwise, thanks for watching.